Palantir is unstoppable today. A new all-time high has been recorded. The US government is setting up Palantir to win again, and we might see it take over soon. Analysts are dropping their calls. This could trigger a $1,000 price next week. What is happening, and why Palantir will never be the same again? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Palantir's stock price has absolutely exploded today, hitting a brand new all-time high. And it's not just hype or speculation. There's been a wave of massive news dropping, and the biggest one? Buckle up for this. The US government just made a move that's basically putting Palantir at the center of everything. Yeah, you heard that right. The US government is now setting up Palantir to take over a whole new level of operations. It's almost like they're handing them the keys to the kingdom. This isn't just another contract or a side project. This is game-changing. The kind of news that sends shockwaves through the market. And you better believe it's already causing a ripple effect. Some analysts are already out here saying Palantir is headed to $1,000. One of them even said it could happen by next week. That's how insane this momentum is right now. And if that doesn't get your attention, I don't know what will. Now, of course, when something this big is going down, you don't want to be sitting on the sidelines watching everyone else win. That's why we're helping you out. You can actually get your hands on Palantir stock today. Yes, for free. Just click the link in the description and follow the steps. Simple as that. All right, let's get back to the price action. Because here's the thing. Palantir didn't just climb today, it surged. One expert pointed out how Palantir moved up over 7 points and closed the day way above a key level, completely wiping out the damage caused by all that short seller noise we saw just a few days ago. That quick bounce back, that kind of strong, aggressive recovery, it usually sets the stage for even bigger moves. And get this, the cup and handle pattern everyone's been talking about, it's still forming. The big breakout hasn't even happened yet. That's right. What we've seen so far is just the warm-up. According to analysts, we could be looking at a push way past the 200 mark over time, and that's just being conservative. If you're someone who doesn't want to deal with all the short-term dips and spikes, no worries. The real opportunity is in the long term. Long-term calls, holding the stock, staying steady, that's how big wins happen. Key price zones to keep an eye on? We're talking about levels like 127, 132, 136, and beyond. If Palantir breaks through those, it's game over for the bears. This thing could go parabolic. So what exactly just happened? What's got everyone talking about Palantir today? Well, one analyst summed it up best. It has begun. That's right. This is the start of something massive. According to this analyst, what we're seeing right now is the early phase of Palantir becoming, no joke, the brain of the United States government. That's not an exaggeration. This isn't just about software or contracts anymore. This is real-world integration at the highest level. Here's the big news that just dropped. The US State Department is now using an AI chatbot to help decide who gets promoted and who gets moved inside the agency. Think about that for a second. One of the most powerful institutions in the country is now letting an AI assistant help pick the people who move up the ladder. And guess what? That chatbot is built on tech from Palantir and Microsoft. It's called State Chat, and it's already being used by around 40,000 people across the agency. It's not just helping with emails or note-taking anymore. It's now being trusted to weigh in on critical human resources decisions, basically shaping the future of the State Department itself. And that's only the part we just found out. They've actually been using State Chat since last year behind the scenes, to draft communications, to analyze cables, to do the kind of deep work that used to take days. And now, that same system is being allowed to help manage promotions and movements of diplomats. This is huge. Why? Because it shows that Palantir's tech isn't just being tested, it's being trusted. The government is no longer dipping its toes in the water. It's jumping in, fully. They're giving Palantir's systems real decision-making power. That's next-level influence. And here's where it gets even crazier. This is just one agency. The State Department is just the beginning. You already know how Palantir has deals with the Department of Defense, Homeland Security, the Army, and others. Now add this. Imagine every major government office using Palantir in the same way, relying on its tech for daily decisions, operations, and strategy. That's not just adoption. That's domination. We're watching Palantir slowly weave itself into the fabric of the US government, not just as a vendor, but as the operating system for the country's most powerful institutions. That's why this isn't just another contract announcement. This is a major shift in how the government works. And when the market fully realizes what this means, That Palantir is basically becoming the government's brain? The stock price won't just climb, it could explode. This kind of news has long-term impact. Analysts are already talking about price levels we haven't even imagined yet, especially when you realize that Palantir isn't just riding the AI wave. They're steering the whole ship. And for investors? This is that early moment. The kind people look back on and say, I should have loaded up when I had the chance. Because when a company becomes essential to how an entire government runs, it's not a matter of if the stock will rise. It's just a matter of how high. So yeah, this is real. It's happening. And here's the thing. Analysts aren't just excited. They're straight up bullish. Like next level confident. The predictions they're dropping right now, they're wild. In the best way possible. One analyst came out and said Palantir is about to pump hard this week, eyeing that 135 to 136 zone. And honestly, with the momentum Palantir's riding right now, that feels like the floor, not the ceiling. The stock's been moving fast, climbing strong, and just refusing to slow down. But hold on, it gets crazier. There's another analyst out there, and he dropped a bombshell prediction. He said Palantir is going to hit $1,000 in just 3 years. $1,000, and not in a maybe kind of sort of way. He laid it out clear as day. He's looking at the growth, the contracts, the AI dominance, the deep integration with the government, and he's saying, yeah, this thing's going to 1,000. But here's where it gets interesting. And I'm not even exaggerating right now. Based on how fast Palantir is moving, how hard the stock is running, we might not have to wait that long. That $1,000 prediction for 3 years out, it might end up being a lot sooner than anyone expected. He already said next week. I know that sounds like a stretch, but think about it. We've seen Palantir move like this before. We've watched it tear through resistance levels, recover from sell-offs like nothing happened, and completely flip the script when no one saw it coming. That kind of explosive momentum, it's real. And with the kind of news that just came out, State Department AI integration, growing government contracts, deepening trust from some of the most powerful offices in the country, it makes you wonder, why couldn't it happen? Palantir isn't just gaining traction. It's breaking into a new league. It's not riding trends anymore. It's leading them. And when the market catches on to the fact that Palantir is becoming the infrastructure of the US government's AI strategy, it's game over. This is the kind of story that sends a stock flying. So yeah, 3 years to 1,000? That sounds great. But don't be surprised if we see a wild push way sooner than that. The pace Palantir is moving at, the kind of deals they're closing, the level of influence they're gaining, it's all stacking up fast. And this might just be the beginning of the biggest run yet. Buckle up. Because if this momentum keeps going, that long shot, it might not be so long after all. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money. So don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.